Yo, what is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 661 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 3 of Crossfire. Welcome back as we kick off yet another action-packed episode and things getting underway with some more action in the women's division. Yuki Ito making her way to the ring. Yeah, get a load of that. An actual entrance. Did a lot of testing yesterday, and turns out singles matches, we can see entrances. Any other match, triple threat, negative. Get that shit out of here. But at least we get to see the wonderful Yuki Ito make her way to the ring for this one-on-one match against Ashley Ramirez. Both these gals new to the women's division this season. We saw them a couple of weeks ago on the first episode of Crossfire, a part of that newcomers Fatal 4-Way, which Ashley Ramirez actually won, earning herself a permanent contract under general manager Ken Donahue. Yuki Ito saying, come on and bring it, as Ramirez very proud, making her way out from the back and holding in her hand a list of things she plans to accomplish here in CMV as a part of the women's division. It started or a couple weeks ago, I should say, with the victory in that Fatal 4-Way, and now continues tonight as she hopes to take down one of the many Joshi wrestlers we have coming to CMV this season. Definitely bringing that international flair. Happy to see it. Different styles mixing it up within that Crossfire ring. And we'll get plenty of that tonight. Later on, it is a triple threat tornado tag match featuring the gals of Crossfire, along with a hell of a main event tag team action. Going to see Ryan Kent and United States champion Robert Cross taking on the returning Chris Diamond and Josh Wolf. The animosity between Cross and Diamond could explode in tonight's main event, but for right now, Ito, Ramirez, Ramirez going to try to follow up on that Fatal 4-Way victory, while Yuki wanting to bounce back, taken down out of the gate, attempting a spear, but a nice counter by Ramirez now pushes her into the ropes. Across the ring we go. And on the rebound, a tilt-a-whirl single knee backbreaker, very well done. But a forearm smash in response. Ito kind of marking out to herself, pointing to her forearm, saying, yeah, you just saw that right. That was a hell of a hit. I'll give her that much. Whoa! And Yuki Ito, this is what I'm talking about. Nice drop kick into a kip-up, that style from Japan that maybe Ashley Ramirez isn't exactly used to. Taking her off guard. Now we get a nice neck breaker after a head full of steam. Picked up to a vertical base. Hey, it worked so well the first time. Why not again? Don't knock it. If it works, don't try to fix it, as they say. Our main event, though, not the only tag team match we've got on deck for tonight's show, as we will also see the new Zero-G champion. Great powerbomb there by Ramirez. Zach Angel and his newfound ally in Kingsley take on the very shaky alliance of Ozone and former Zero-G champion Jason Spade. Will they be able to work together? We're going to find out. I highly doubt it. Off the top rope, Ashley Ramirez with a senton, showing off her high-flying abilities. Not afraid to take that risk. But now Ito in control with a vertical suplex. It's got to be difficult to wrestle in a dress, but Yuki Ito is not letting it hold her back here. Ashley Ramirez picking herself up in the corner. Now going to leave herself wide open. Light that chest up on the 4th of July. And now we get a moonsault from Brett's rope. Referee James trying to keep these two safe, but they're keen to fly around this ring. Give these fans a show. Powerbomb again. Ashley Ramirez, although she has been matching Yuki Ito's speed throughout this match, definitely has a power edge, it would seem. Throwing out these power bombs. From behind now we get an inverted suplex. arm raised up high. Ramirez gonna make sure that Yuki Ito doesn't have a chance to rest up at ringside. That ring awareness allowing Ito to roll under the bottom rope and try and catch her breath. And look at this. Yuki Ito with a tilt-a-whirl head scissors. These fans on the front row getting a great view right now. Referee James already at the count of 3, though. We, of course, know they have until 20 to get back into the ring. Northern Lights suplex. Not going to be able to pin at ringside, however. Ramirez, knowing that, kick to the chest. Got to get this fight back into the ring, but not before she takes in the adoration of these fans. Count of 6. I'm sure the rest of the women's division, especially the women's champion RVW, watching this one. Oh! Ito with a freaking Salida del Sol. The back of Ashley Ramirez's head smacking off of those thin mats. And now Yuki knows that she's got Ramirez hurt. Gonna try to finish this one out, but rolling cacao kick into the pin. 1, 2. But Yuki, not just yet. Hands atop her head. What is she gonna do now? Knee to the face! Oh man, caving Ramirez's face in with that knee, and Yuki Ito is victorious, ladies and gentlemen. An emphatic victory. A knee right to the face. After that rolling cacao kick right there, didn't get the job done. Yuki Ito said, don't worry, I've got something else for you. Look at this. Bam! Might be one of the most vicious knees I've ever seen. Hit with such force that Yuki Ito kind of just collapsed into the pin. Right smack in the middle of the ring, and gets her first victory here in CMV, bouncing back after the fatal 4-way. What a way to kick off Crossfire. That Joshi style proven to be too much for Ramirez to handle. Coming up next, guys, our first of 2 tag team matches tonight. As said before, our main event going to be a doozy. Ryan Kent and United States champion Robert Cross teaming up to take on the returning Chris Diamond and Josh Wolf. How is that partnership going to work? And the same question can be slated on Ozone and Jason Spade, standing side by side here against the Zero G champion Zach Angel and Kingsley. Ozone and Spade have made their disdain for each other very clear on Twitter these last few months, constantly taking jabs at each other. And just recently, Ozone posted a picture of himself with the caption, "Zero Fear." Jason Spade responded saying, "Man, I can't wait to beat the hell out of you." Ozone responded by saying, "I hope you're watching your own back for our tag team match, because I most certainly will not be." Can these two get on the same page to overcome a common enemy and a Zach Angel and Kingsley? Because, of course, Ozone has been pining for a shot at that Zero G championship for a while. And after his victory over Josh Wolf, a former Alpha World champion, on the first episode of Crossfire, he's certainly got to be in line. But, of course, Jason Spade is owed a rematch. He lost his title to Zach Angel on that very same night. So both Ozone and Spade kind of clamoring for a shot at the championship. They both need this win. But again, is there any sort of way that they can coexist? Zach Angel kicking off his reign with a victory last week over Achtung after some help from Kingsley, who made his debut. And it seems that Angel and Kingsley have some sort of alliance. that they're looking to further build on here tonight. Drop kick to Ozone into the apron, as now the champion gets sent into the steel steps. Further along the ringside area. I'm honestly surprised that Ozone and Jason Spade showed up tonight. I was fully expecting at least one of them to ditch the other, if not both, and it just go to a no contest. But as I said, both these guys want a victory over Zach Angel. Clothesline. Got the Enzu lariat after Ozone was able to reverse from the front. Didn't see that coming at his sixth, though. Now some stomps to the midsection as we are already at the count of 8. Jason Spade remaining in his corner and not lifting a finger to help out Ozone right now as Zach Angel plants the masked Daredevil face first down onto the outside of the ring. Speaking of, got to get this fight back into the ring. Already at a count of 13. Kingsley watching very closely as Ozone charges right into a knee to the gut. Now we get a knee to the chest. Jason Spade letting his emotions get the better of him here. His stubbornness. He should go out there and help Ozone. 17, guys, and Zach Angel. What has he got to lose in this match? Wait a minute, but Ozone getting back into the ring. Is he going to break the count? Can Zach Angel get up in time? 19. Hang on a second, but Ozone, the MVP, doesn't want to win this by count out. He wants a definitive victory over Angel. Prove that he deserves the shot at Point Break over Jason Spade. You know, it's got to be whoever gets the pin on Angel, if either, will be the favorite to earn #1 contendership. But there we go, a hot tag. Jason Spade says, let me get this one over with. Now we get a rematch from a couple of weeks ago with Zach Angel, who issued the challenge to then champion Jason Spade. And Spade countering out of a vertical suplex, hitting an inverted Frankensteiner, immediately makes that tag to King. First look at this young man, who made his lap before, aiding Angel in jumping neck breaker. Spade like a house of fire, right to go low, but Kingsley is ready for him. Not for that cutter, though. Laid out bare on the canvas. Maybe seeing some stars, but the rookie able to fight back. Jason Spade continuing to come at him, though, non-stop, and that's what makes Spade so dangerous. It's hard to keep him at bay. You can barely catch your own breath. Like a machine gun. Just keeps shooting at you. Very hard man to keep down. Oh, and bumping into Ozone there. Knocking the man down to the outside as Kingsley showing off impressive power. A T-bone suplex into the ring, or maybe an exploder. Either way, very impressive. Jason Spade, not the biggest guy in the world, but to lift that much weight from the outside of the ring. Nothing to scoff at, indeed, as we get a hip toss. Look at this victory roll. Kingsley going to try to steal one. And he almost does. Zach Angel keeping a close eye at ringside. Ooh! GTS into a German suplex. Now that's a combination I don't believe I have ever seen before. Coming from the one and only Jason Spade, the former Zero-G champion. Not able to celebrate his ingenuity for very long, though, as we get a rolling air raid siren. 1, 2. Just nearly keeping Spade down for the trace. A lot easier said than done as we get a hammerlock clothesline. Jason Spade turned inside out off of that one. Even still, Kingsley a bit taken back that Spade continues to elude that 3 count. Wanting to tag to Zach Angel, the Zero-G champion. Waiting for it, but Spade does a good job of cutting off the ring, not allowing him to make it to the corner. Double boot stomp. Kingsley back to his feet, though. Swinging neck breaker. Simple, but more importantly, effective. Forearm smash at close range, right into a belly-to-belly suplex. Now it's Ozone saying, Jason Spade, come on, you gotta make the tag. Things not going so well. Will that pride of Jason Spade keep him from doing so as he clotheslines Kingsley out of the ring? Referee begins his count again. Spade going to collect Kingsley. Escapes an arm wrench. Runs right into a drop toe hold, does Jason Spade. Now thrown over to the corner area of the ringside section. Jason Spade never one to shy away from talking some smack mid-match. Watch out for Zach Angel, though. Could try to get involved here. Might risk a disqualification. As I said before, though, Ozone and Jason Spade really have everything to gain here. Zach Angel doesn't have anything to lose, wants to keep himself fresh, heading into Point Break, defend against one of these men. Jason Spade setting up for a Lanzenberg lobotomy, surely, but Kingsley, in his debut match here in CMV on Crossfire Episode 3, proving his worth as an ally to the Zero-G champion, walked out of the corner, pendulum backbreaker, and not just one, manhandling Jason Spade a second one. And now it's Kingsley as Spade has no defense. Ozone begs from the apron. Another hammerlock lariat. Spade flat on his stomach. Ozone gonna make the save. Doesn't have to. Not out of any sort of care for Jason Spade, but Ozone's self-perseverance kicking in. Spade didn't need him after all, though, and Kingsley's looking down at Spade. What's he got to be thinking right now? Like, God damn, I've hit this guy with everything I've got. Watching as Spade crawls to the corner. Ozone not extending his hands for a tag. Throughout this entire match, very clear that this is a rough alliance. Hot tag to Zach Angel. Jason Spade allowed it to happen. He wants to get a piece of the Zero-G champion. Walks right to a European uppercut. And I believe this uneasiness between Ozone and Spade is going to lead to their defeat tonight if they don't get their act together. Super kick to the back of the head. Angel has no qualms taking advantage of this tension. Backslide driver to Spade. Move after move after move. Angel wants to make sure Spade stays down, but look at that Spade out of nowhere with the quickness. That half Nelson suplex trumpling Zach Angel down onto his neck. Kicks out the knee, though. Does the champion closing the distance with that swinging neck breaker. Quick to make sure Spade doesn't make it to the corner, and there's that cutter into the Dragon Sleeper. The very maneuver Zach Angel used to win the Zero-G championship, and Jason Spade is forced to tap again. Ozone and Jason Spade not able to snap out of it, and thus letting their hatred for one another get in the way of winning this match. Zach Angel and Kingsley victorious because of it. Ozone took his time getting into the ring there at the end, and no rush to save Jason Spade from tapping out. And tap out Spade did now twice. Felled at the hands of Zach Angel. Coming up next, guys, here on Crossfire Episode 3, we have yet another new face arriving on the scene as Don Vachon makes his debut. Some may be familiar with this man from WGW, just missing Francisco Gianfranco, who recently retired not a week ago. I'm sure there would have been some tension between those two, but now with Gianfranco gone, Vachon looks to expand his empire to Crossfire. Not going to have an easy task, though, up front in his first match, taking on the former Unified World Tag Team Champion, Willie Sullivan. Well, much like his brother, Chris, over on Supremacy, now on his own after the Sully Bros decided to disband at Winterfest. Chris Sullivan had a good start to his renewed singles career last week, advancing in the European Championship Tournament. What does the future hold for Wild Willie, though? Will he be fodder for Don Vachon, or will he welcome the new blood to Crossfire with a boot to the face? Only for singles matches, Hoxton, but good enough, right? Spent all yesterday testing, and singles matches work fine, but even a triple threat will crash. So at least we got this, though, and for me, that's somewhat good enough for now. And there he is, Wild Willie Sullivan, the NGW alumni, former Unified World Tag Team Champion. Has not been on his own in a long time, though. He and his older brother, Chris, last season dominating the tag team division, but, well, it was Chris who told his baby brother back at Winterfest, "You're holding me back. I've got to strike out on my own again, as do you." Almost like a mother bird pushing its young out of the nest. There we go, Don Vachon making his CMV debut against Willie Sullivan. Still a lot to look forward to here tonight, guys, including Mystery Master III in action. Don Vachon immediately hightailing it to the ringside area, playing those mind games. That is an old school tactic. You don't see a whole lot of that nowadays. Making your opponent work for it, and the trap worked. As you can see, Willie Sullivan making chase, and Don Vachon throwing him face first into that steel post, but the tide has turned rather quickly. As I was saying before, though, Mystery Mask III up next can be taken on Matthew Justice. Let's not forget that huge triple threat tornado tag team women's match we've got. And our main event, Ryan Kent and United States Champion Robert Cross taking on the returning Chris Diamond and Josh Wolf. Count of 7. I would hate for Don Vachon's first impression on the Sea of Universe to be a countout. He would hate that as well, it seems, as he throws Willie Sullivan back into the squared circle, stomp to the lower back as Willie's trying to get up, and again, saying, "You get up when I tell you to get up." This guy is big, by the way. Don Vachon, I didn't realize as he was making his way out here, but he is jacked. Already seen him use that power in this matchup, trying to keep Willie Sullivan suppressed. Knee to the midsection. Discus clothesline. Putting Don Vachon right down onto his derriere. And now we get a hell of a kick right to the side of the head. Did you hear the smack of Willie's boot meeting Vachon's temple, swinging fisherman suplex? Things not going so well for Vachon right now. Like I said, though, Ken Donahue throwing Don Vachon quite an obstacle in his debut. Vachon again gonna make Willie Sullivan chase after him, but this time the trap not going to plan. Knee to the gut. Super kick. Vachon walking right into it. Rearranging his taste buds. But there's the steel post. Introducing itself to Wild Willie yet again in this contest. Now Sternum burst into the apron. It's becoming clear that Vachon is well acquainted with his surroundings. That steel post acting like a tag team partner. Now into the steel steps, every single part of the ringside area being used expertly by Don. And Lariat fails. Count him 10 by referee James. Front headlock by Willie. Snap vertical suplex. Has the big man down. 12. Willie Sullivan gonna give Vachon a taste of his own medicine as he's hurled into the steel steps. Oh, and the flatliner. Classic Willie with Don Vachon dazed and confused. Wild Willie Sullivan is paying back what's owed. That's what we call a receipt. Don Vachon wanted to get physical, and it seems as though Sullivan has got no problem doing so, breaking the count so he can prolong the damage here at ringside again. Into the steel steps, not holding back, is Wild Willie.
5.
Slowly but surely approaching Willie Sullivan.
6.
Just giving Don Vachon a tour of the arena here on Crossfire Episode 3. A welcoming
8.
that most people probably wouldn't be a very big fan of. Don Vachon turning to these fans in the front row who are rallying behind Willie. As now he takes back the upper hand.
10.
Thrown harshly into the apron, and Vachon, unlike Willie, not going to break the count. Sullivan with a kip up, coming in to meet the Rook. Another swinging fisherman suplex. The energy coursing through his veins, feeding off the adoration of this crowd. Another flatliner, and Don Vachon, welcome to Crossfire. 1, 2, 3. Willie Sullivan victorious. The brothers Sully having a pretty good couple of weeks. There's the first flatliner ringside, which I'm surprised didn't end the match right there. But the second one does its job. Willie Sullivan victorious over Don Vachon, who certainly showed he's willing to bring the fight, but might have to go back to the drawing board. He's in CMV now. Wild Willie just let him know exactly how things go down in that Crossfire ring. And up next, guys, we got some Zero-G division action. What does have the potential to be a show stealer. Mystery Mask III, these past couple of weeks, despite losing in his debut to Joseph Santos, and then again last week, has been extraordinarily impressive and has captured the minds of many in the CMV universe for good reason. The man under the mask remaining a mystery to all. And now he takes on Matthew Justice, who has not been seen since his failure to capture the Zero-G Championship back in Shakeup wants to get his name revolving back around the title picture again. Will this be his first step towards doing so? Very much looking forward to that triple threat tornado tag team match later on tonight, as we're going to see the team of Kelsey Hayes and Saria take on Huggin and Sluggin and the China-Poland Connection. Could be a lot of questions answered in that match as to what's going down at Point Break involving the Women's Championship that RVW holds. The International Man of Mystery, Double M3. Despite his incredible skills within the squared circle, not finding luck and coming out victorious these last couple of weeks. Maybe tonight will be different as he stands across the ring from one of the brothers, Justice. We've seen how well Bloody Justice has been doing over on Supremacy since the season began. Matthew wanting to step up to the plate. That loss has been weighing on him since Shakeup. Time for him to pick himself up, though, dust himself off, and move on. Oh, okay. Get personal before the... There we go. Mystery Mask the Third versus Matthew Justice. Should be some high-octane offense if I know these two, but yet again, I feel like Mystery Mask, week after week, just comes out here and there's something about him that... Like, he just doesn't seem like the same person. I mean, he wears a mask. We don't know who he is, but I feel like he's bigger. I don't know. This guy just makes me constantly scratch my head. I try to pay attention to Matthew Justice nailing that corkscrew elbow drop. Kick to the midsection, gets a dragon screw. And down onto the canvas, plummets Matthew Justice. Kick to the midsection, corkscrew neckbreaker by Justice. Kick to the side of the head. Neither one of these guys staying down for very long. Quick to get to their feet because they know that is where they excel. Hurricanrana. Punch in the midsection after halting the punch attempt by Mystery Mask. Tries to go low right through the legs. Leapfrog from Mystery Mask the Third. And a Hangman's neckbreaker soon after, handing him the keys to victory if he keeps this up. Mystery Mask the Third with a bridging reverse powerbomb right there, drilling Matthew Justice down onto his neck. And as if that wasn't enough, trying to crack the jaw and leave it hanging by a thread. Hurricanrana numero dos. Matthew Justice needs to come up with a response, and soon Mystery Mask is all over him. No sign of stomping kick. Again, right to the side of the head. Elbow drop to the inside of the thigh. This is quickly turning into a showcase for Mystery Mask the Third. This is kind of exactly what happened to Matthew Justice back at Shakeup. The lights were on bright as he challenged Jason Spade for the Zero-G Championship. There you go, though. Just as I'm starting to doubt him a little bit. Coming back strong with a crossbody from the apron. Heel to the back of the head, forearm smash. Matthew Justice tends to freeze up. Got to get out of his own head, though, hitting another lion salt at his own pace. sucking Mystery Mask the Third right into that complete shot. Calf kick denied. Mystery Mask the Third. Forearm smash. Just handed out these Hurricane Ranas like candy on Halloween, one after the other. I think we know what his favorite move is. As I said earlier tonight, don't mess with a good thing. Big old body splash for Mystery Mask the Third, who is a big guy. I feel like he wasn't so big last week, but maybe that's just my eyes playing tricks on me. Certainly has that height and strength advantage on Matthew Justice. Something that Justice is going to have to figure out a way to overcome. Collar elbow tie up. Pushing double M3 into the middle of the ring, but walking directly into a barrage of forearm smashes. Now out of the front headlock, a Russian leg sweep. Hang on a minute, what the hell is going on here? Someone's music just hit the PA system, but nobody's coming out here. And wait a minute, Matthew Justice from behind. Gonna take advantage of the distraction. What the hell is going on here? Justice, a cutter, oh my God, from off the top rope. 1, 2, oh, but unable to grab the 3. What the hell was that all about, though? Did the sound guy mess up or something? Another big splash from Mystery Mask the Third as he attempts to refocus. Going after that sternum midsection. Hitting a big old target on it, wanting to turn those ribs into a fine dust. Changing it up a bit is Mystery Mask the Third with a head scissors, trying to get over to the corner, maybe take a trip up to the top rope, but Matthew Justice seems to be in the way. There we go. Up high he goes. Mystery Mask the Third, hang on a second. Could he be setting up what I think he's setting up? Oh, the stunner from up high. 1, 2, 3, and Mystery Mask the Third, despite that odd occurrence earlier in the match, picking up his first CMV victory over Matthew Justice. Things continuing to not go MJ's way. Certainly brought the fight. Look at this. An incredible kind of corkscrew cutter off the top rope, but somehow Mystery Mask the Third able to survive that. Coming back to hit that picture-perfect top rope stunner. Well, the question still remains, was that a simple blunder from backstage, or did someone intentionally try to sabotage Mystery Mask the Third? I guess only time will tell. Coming up next, guys, we're going to find out who heads to Point Break next Sunday to face the winner of last week's triple threat match, Jay Mamba for the opportunity to become the new Rising Star champion. Jay Mamba bettering Kevin Frost and TJ Black. Now we see Jarek Lawson, Travis Baker, and Antonio Beleska vie for the opportunity. And certainly Lawson, Baker know each other very well. These last couple of weeks have not been such an easy trek for the Blue Star. Travis Baker first losing on the inaugural episode of Crossfire, one-on-one to Jarek Lawson. And then last week, a very upsetting defeat. Mixed tag team action saw Kumiho Carter and Jarek Lawson knock off Travis Baker and his sister Amber Reed in relatively quick fashion. But Travis Baker vowed on Twitter earlier this week that he will not let this opportunity pass him by and certainly won't let Jarek Lawson stand in his way any further. As the Cowboy nails him with a back suplex. First fall to a finish, triple threat here. Pinfall or submission in the ring. It is not elimination, as it is a triple threat. No countouts and no disqualifications. Antonio Beleska, meanwhile, last season saw his meteoric rise on NGW, ending the historic Rising Star Championship reign of Anthony Hunt. But as soon as he kind of reached his peak, had quite a tumble all the way back down to the bottom, going on a losing streak that he just began to start digging himself out of at the end of last season. We were hoping it would continue, but his last few outings not been successful. Beleska, as a former Rising Star champion, got to be the favorite. Which one of these three goes to Point Break to face Jay Mamba? Beautiful face buster center of the ring. Does Antonio Beleska have it early here as Jarek Lawson rushes back into the ring? Jarek Lawson probably wanting to eliminate Antonio Beleska from this scenario because he knows that he's got what it takes to beat Travis Baker. He's done it twice in 2 weeks. Travis Baker impressed us all back at Shake-Up with his victory over CMV legend Levi Marta, handing Marta his first loss in months and months and months. But the Cowboy just seems to have his number. Will that all change tonight? Tries to go for a single leg dropkick. Jarek Lawson smacking him off to the side, though, saving his own skin. Now turns him around. Russian leg sweep into that octopus stretch. We've seen this from Lawson before. Will Travis Baker be forced to tap? Is Jarek Lawson going to Point Break? No, Baker fighting with everything he's got to get out of that one. Great well-placed punches down the gullet, but just as Baker kind of sets himself free, there's Antonio Beleska. There seems to be some sort of alliance between Jarek Lawson and Antonio Beleska. Maybe I was wrong with Lawson's intentions because they've kind of been taking turns throwing shots at Baker. Maybe they want to take him out of the equation. Is Travis Baker the weak link? Chop block. All of my theories seem to be going out the window. Jarek Lawson clutching onto the ropes. Oh, as Beleska with a crossface. Antonio Beleska escaping from one submission only to get caught up in another. But Lawson makes a hesitant save of Travis Baker. Off the ropes. Well, hey, 10 points, but that's not going to win you the match. It was impressive. Jarek Lawson's just like, what? Picking Travis Baker up now while Beleska takes a quick nap in the corner. Lawson turns his attentions to him. No disqualifications, using the ropes for levers to choke the goddamn life out of the Italian Stallion. Lawson maybe letting his cockiness get the better of him. Off of the catchphrase into a dropkick to the side of the head. Travis Baker wants to steal it. Baker looking to these fans to keep him going on in this match. With such an opportunity hanging in the balance, especially for two newcomers like Jarek Lawson and Travis Baker. This is huge, but for Antonio Beleska, He wants to get back to his winning ways, reclaim that Rising Star Championship, and start putting his name on the map again. Roll up. Travis Baker, so quick. You never know which direction he's going to take. Oh, man, a bit of a messy powerbomb, but gets the job done in the end. Jarek Lawson with some real cowboy-ish, baby. Victorious, and punches his ticket to Point Break, where he will now meet Jay Mamba to crown a new Rising Star champion. Man, I really thought Baker had it won after that drop kick to the head right there. So close, but Jarek Lawson continues being a thorn in the side of the Blue Star. Hopefully we get a replay of that power bomb. It wasn't the prettiest, but it got him the 3 count, and that's what matters. Now here it is. That spirit bomb, but you can see that Jarek Lawson didn't really have a good hold on the second leg. Doesn't matter, though. Might not have been pretty. But Jarek Lawson now going to Point Break. We could be looking at the next Rising Star champion. Still to come tonight, guys, here on Crossfire Episode 3, our huge tag team main event, as Ryan Kent will team with the CMV United States champion Robert Cross to take on the returning Chris Diamond and Josh Wolf. Things could explode between Cross and Diamond, and surely will later on tonight. Not to mention Adam Richards going to be going one-on-one with Ace Reeves, but first it is going to be all-out chaos in that Crossfire ring, as we got a triple threat tornado tag team matchup. The women's division going to be coming out hot. Kelsey Hayes and Saria taking on Huggin and Sluggin, taking on the China Poland Connection. It was Kelsey Hayes who kind of upset the balance here within the women's division on Crossfire last week when she beat RVW in a non-title match clean. And before that, everybody was pretty much thinking Ashley Rain is the rightful #1 contender. But after a victory like that for the boss, now things are kind of up in the air. Meanwhile, Saria has been having her own problems with Huggin and Sluggin, knocking off Haley Jones a couple of weeks ago. But then last week, Ashley Rain coming to the aid of her friend, putting Saria down. RVW has got a lot of people coming at her, but that's what to expect. She's champion. And RVW lives for the fight. After that loss last week, didn't let it get her down in an interview. Saying Kelsey Hayes got the better of her. That will not happen again. Whether it is Kelsey Hayes or whether it is Ashley Rain, RVW is ready to defend her women's championship at Point Break. And this is first fall to a finish, not elimination. So the first team to score a pinfall or submission in the ring will walk out with the W, but as you can tell, there are no countouts, no disqualifications, as Haley Jones, Xiaorong, and Saria were all fighting ringside momentarily. Haley Jones able to flip out of that pendulum backbreaker attempt, now spinning Kelsey Hayes around. Ashley Rain fighting back from a nasty shin injury that was inflicted upon her by RVW at the end of last season. This is the first time Ashley Rain is actually able to get her hands on RVW since that match. You can tell she wants that championship opportunity more than anything. RVW just tried to go for the the injured shin, which Ashley Rain has pretty much 100% rehabilitated, but still going to be a huge target on the small but mighty one. And RBW now has hands on Ashley Rain's best friend, Haley Jones, the big dog Kawhi, getting those kicks to the back of the knee, taking her off her feet. Kelsey Hayes and Sarria really have a chance to just make off with a big old steal here in this one. Not only knocking off the current women's champion, but also the proposed #1 contender of the CMV universe, and Ashley Rain. Kelsey Hayes already has a legitimate claim to #1 contendership. Imagine if she was able to get the win in this one. It'll be almost impossible to argue. At least RBW's got the support of her tag team partner and friend Xiaorong. Currently is about to go for a ride, it would seem. Sarria showing off some incredible power to have Xiaorong up into the crucifix position like that. Biggest woman in this match. Damn, Xiaorong is now just catching the work. Hang on a minute, RBW with that straight punch to the face. But before she can even think about a pin, Sarria coming up from behind. These type of matches are just absolute chaos from bell to bell. It's kind of the perfect metaphor for how RBW feels as champion. People coming at her from every single direction. She's got that big old target on her back as she wears that championship around her waist. That championship that RBW chased after all season long, though. Spent the better part of last year scratching and crawling her way to the top, willing to do what she did to Ashley Rain. At departure, speaking of Ashley Rain, caught in the crossface by Kelsey Hayes. Counter into a pin, though. Sarria breaking the bridge. Crafty is the small but mighty one. The former women's champion in there, again targeting the knee and shin. As you see Rain grab at it. Returning a whole lot sooner than anybody thought she would. Ashley Rain, a fighter, busted her ass, rehabilitating. All because she wanted to get her hands on RBW and reclaim her women's championship. All 6 women kind of in a big mosh pile right now, can hardly tell what's going on. Fists flying every single direction. What is Xiaorong doing? A very creepy crawl out of the corner. Something straight out of the ring. Good God. Seems like she's approaching Kelsey Hayes as RBW gets kicked into the ropes. Xiaorong, hang on. A kiss goodnight. Swinging reverse STO. Hooks the leg. Xiaorong for the China pulling connection. Could have it. And she does. The China pulling connection. Getting the victory. Xiaorong taking out Kelsey Hayes as Ashley Rain was distracted with Sarria. Didn't see the pin happening behind her. RBW with a message sent to all of her would-be challengers with this win right here. Saying, bring it on, but you best be ready. And it is now co-main event, my fine feathered friends, for Crossfire Episode 3 still to come in our main event, that huge tag team match. But first, Adam Richards one-on-one with Ace Reeves, and a very special guest, guys, going to be at ringside, the brand new CMV Global Champion, Hayden, who hasn't been seen since his championship victory on the inaugural episode of Crossfire, where he filled in for Randy Borton, who we know was taken out by Adam Richards. Hayden, with only an hour's notice, making it to the arena, defeating Ace Reeves to become the new global champion. And these last couple of weeks have subsequently not been very great for Ace Reeves. Last week being crushed by the returning 500-pound Russian ogre Guri Sukanov. Will he fare better against Adam Richards?